Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, it's Story House Books. It is part 13 of let's recreate my grungy journal, which you already deviated from the original a pretty good bit. We're actually making this one bigger and larger and more chunky. I don't know what we're going to call it. But like I said, we've already added an internal flap. I've actually added even more since then because I wanted to test it out before I shared it with you guys, before we did it on camera, see if it would even work. So at the end of part 12, or the sudden end of part 12, sorry about that, guys. By the time I finished, I got to that point, I realized what time it was. So I thought it'd be best to just call it a night and start another part. So last time we were together, we were working on these guys, right? And the slides needed to dry anyway because they had those enamel dots on them, right? So I let them dry overnight to make sure they weren't, wet when we worked with them. So this is what we're going for, right? Let's make sure I'm in frame here, that everybody can see. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do now is add these slides to these file folders. Then we're going to attach them to this panel. Yeah. I think I'm going to do them kind of offset like this, and I kind of don't mind that task sticking out. If you're hearing the noise in the background, that's my cat being annoying. Schnitzel. Oh, yeah, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Ugh. I hate this holiday. I really do. I'm sorry. If you love Valentine's Day, I am sorry. I hate this holiday. Oh, God. Ugh. I call it Forced Affection Day. My ex-husband would always wait till either 11:59 before Valentine's Day or 12:01 after Valentine's Day before he would give me anything, because he knows how much I hate this holiday. Like I said, I call it Forced Affection Day. So, just my opinion. I mean, if you have just one day a year that you're showing affection to your partner, you guys have other problems. I'm sorry. I hate this holiday. And if you're not with somebody, it's just designed to make you feel bad. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. Can you tell? Anyway, back to what we were doing. Happy Forced Affection Day to everybody. So anyway, moving on. Do I like them offset like that? I don't think I do. I think I might want them all in a straight line. Or do I like it like... No, I don't. I don't. My ADHD is screaming. Don't do that. You can't do that. So what we'll do is this. I might have the little tab kind of sticking up on the bottom of the file folder like that. That I like. Okay, so like I said, we're going to attach these slides like this as a tuck. And the idea is these will go in there like that, just to hold it, right? Is that already coming off of there? I think I forgot to sand it. Yeah, let's fix that real quick. Real quick, fast, and in a hurry, yeah? Okay. No big deal. Get back in there. Get in there. Okay. Anyway, moving on. The idea are these open slides will go in there just like that. Yeah, and then we're going to have a little tiny mini pocket here, and we're going to put some of the squares that come out of these, out of the negative space, and we're going to put those as little tiny journal cards in there. That's the idea, or the end game, right? So that's what we're going to do. Probably put some more hardware on here, and I'm also going to pop these pockets real quick. Pop these pockets. What is that? Well, if you don't know, what I like to do is once I glue my pockets down, I go back over them, I'll go back to them and pop the pocket. What is that? That sounds crazy. What the hell is that? Well, if I could find my darn scoring tool, I can show you real quick. Hello? Where in the flip is it? I need that damn thing. Excuse my language. Well, Digi widgets. Okay, well, we'll use something else. What have I got over here that I can use? Something. We'll use this little tool here that I don't know what it is. Okay. Anyway, what I will do is I'll go back to like these, for example. And when you put the gussets on a pocket, sometimes the glue comes out a little bit, and it might glue down part of the pocket. So I'll go in here and slide my tool down that gusset. Did you hear that noise? And pop that glue real quick. Yep, there it is right there. If you hear it. That's why I call it pop the pockets, because you hear a little pop when the glue comes off, right? So let's see if we can get it on this one. So you see the gusset is kind of glued shut. So we're going to go down the gusset with this tool and just pop that pocket open, right? And it should be minimal glue that has done this, so you won't damage the pocket by doing this. Or I haven't yet. Let me just do it with my finger instead. Let me see here. Where is that gusset at? Here it is. And we're just going to pop that open like that. Pop, pop, pop. There it goes. Yep, there's the pop that I was looking for. Or listening for. Pop, there it goes. So we get the gusset right there. Oh, pop. Did you hear it? It popped. Pop the pockets. Alright, let's do this one too. We're going to do all the file folders here. I might have done these already last night. Yeah, I did these already. I want you guys to hear the pop. Oh, we got this one. We can do this one. Come on, pop, make the noise. Oh, there's. Pop, 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 pocket. And, oh, there goes again. Pop, 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 pocket. Potato night. Does anybody like Valentine's Day? Let me know in the comments. I just, even when I was with somebody, I've never liked it. Never have. I just feel like it's designed to make you feel bad, especially if you don't have anybody. You know, if you're single. You know, it's just like, ugh. So I'm supposed to feel bad or be sad when I don't have anybody on this day? No, you're not supposed to feel sad at all. You can do like me. I'm drinking a glass of wine. I don't feel bad at all. Well, I did earlier. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Okay, which one was going on which? I think I was going to put this one here and that one there. Or did I have it this way? The other way. Yeah, this way. Yeah? Okay. Let's glue these guys down. And we'll move on. Let's also sand these real quick, just to make sure that they stick. This is just one of Tim Holtz sanding discs here on a dauber. And here we go. Da 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 da. Alright, we'll put that on there as a tuck. Now, you don't have to do this. It's up to you. None of my, you know, when I'm doing these videos, they're more like, I mean, they are tutorials, but they're also a craft with me, right? You don't have to do your folio this way. These are just ideas that I have that I'm doing, right? And I'm recreating this junk journal, or this style, or this particular folio, you know, for you guys, your request. So, but at the same time, if you guys want to do something different or you don't like what I'm doing, please do something else. Do what you want to do. These are just suggestions. There's nothing set in stone, right? Alright, that one goes down there. And we'll glue this one down. Ooh, we should have put the eyelet in these before I glue them down. Yes, we should. We'll do all the hardware before we glue them down. Very important. Dang it. Good thing I didn't have that second glass of wine. Da, 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 da. Alright, Schnitzel, you're not going out right now. Schnitzel is my cat. Schnitzel. Sorry, I had a pin in my mouth. Stick pin in my mouth. Okay. Let's make sure this is straight. And wipe that glue off a little bit. Okay. That looks straight to me. Is it straight? No, it is not. Alright. Now let's put the eyelets on before we glue them down. Where's my little to-do list? Here we go. There, right there. That in big bold letters. Put it in your eyelets. So this is all the eyelets I have left, you guys. Can you imagine? This came from a 1,000 count pack. I've used almost 1,000 eyelets in my makes. That's crazy insane. Let's see, we're going to put the mini pocket right here. So it's going to be something like this. let's see, for example, like that, yeah? And then it'll have, where are those little pop-outs? There we go. It'll have these in there like that, yeah? So the final look is going to be this, plus this mini pocket here, yeah? A little higher up. And one of these is a little tiny journal card inside that pocket right there. We should do it a little bit further down. Like that, yeah. That's the final look, okay? And then an eyelet on the tab, right? So, let's get a cracking. We're also going to distress those little journal cards as well. So let's grab our crocodile, and we're going to put an eyelet in the tab. And I may come back and put a label on that, or I might stamp it later on as I'm decorating. If you're new, I normally do most of my decorating, the majority of it, I do that after I've built the folio. I do some things as I'm going, but most of the time, I wait until I've built it up. And then I make the ephemera and the decorations to go with those pieces. Which is why I don't normally do a lot of the mask making. I do some for, like, kind of neutral items, you know? But I like to make my ephemera for the project, right? Not the other way around. Just because I don't know what I'm doing at the time. So actually, where'd that little ticket go? That's perfect for this. That's the mini pocket. Let's do that right here. Yeah? So we're going to build all these up before we glue them down. And I'm going to put this here. Let's go ahead and ink these as well. A little bit. If you weren't here before and you're wondering what I'm using for the inking, I am using the Distress ink, not the oxide, Distress ink. Why am I not using oxide? Well, I actually have a reason. And this is just personal reason. It's my maybe completely wrong and off base, but I don't use the oxide for inking because I feel like I'm wasting it. Because it has a unique property that it distresses and it oxidizes when you get it wet. So I'm like, well, why would I feel like I'm wasting it on edging with it. Because I don't care if the edges oxidize. Nobody's going to see that, right? So I use the ink. And a lot of times the ink actually is darker than the oxide is. Like, for example, Scorched Timber. The ink is a little bit darker. Vintage Photo, definitely darker than the oxide is. Okay, so this one as well. And I think I'm going to distress this a little bit too. So let me grab my other scissors. What do I mean by distressing this too? I'm going to scrape the edges of this ticket with the side of my scissors. Tim Holtz actually has a tool that does this as well, but I'm sorry. Nothing against Mr. Holtz. I love him to death. Like most of us do, right? But I don't see the need to buy that when I can do the same thing with scissors. Same exact thing. But up to you. If you want to buy it, please. I am not stopping you at all. Okay. Let's kind of loosen this up a little bit. Okay. And we're going to put that right here, I believe. Actually, let me put this in here so I can see where it's going. That's going to go there. This will go here. And then this will go in here. Like so. So I think I want to take it a little bit further up. So I'll put it right there. Okay. And we're going to use art glitter glue, of course. Just on the edges there. We're not putting anything more than that little tiny insert in there. So I'm going to put it right here. Stress this down. Okay. Alrighty. Now if you notice, I kind of squeeze the top of it a little bit just to get a little bit more room in the pocket and the entrance there. I don't like tight pockets. I mean, I just don't. So I do that. Now I'm going to distress this little tiny journaling card by just taking some sandpaper. This is Tim Holtz's craft paper, and it looks really cool. If you take some sandpaper to it, it just brings the craft color out from the inside of it. And I'm apologizing for the shaky camera. It's just the table that I'm on. Like I was telling you guys in part 12, my daughter has taken over my filming area with her. She's an art major. So with her project she's working on right now, she's taken over that area. So I'm having to work over here. Here we go. All right. Isn't that cool? I love this. You want to put an eyelet in there, y'all? Just for shits and giggles? So that fit in there, just like that. Why not? I'm going to say it again. Shits and giggles. I make a point to put on my content. This is not for kids, so don't get mad. We're all adults here. Well, I hope so. Alright. For shits and giggles, I put this eyelet in there, and that's going to go there. Right there. Yeah. And this is going to go right here. Yeah. Right there. Clean that up a little bit. And that is our file folder pocket tuck mini pocket. Yeah. It's going to go right there. Yes. Let's do the same thing with these guys. I'm going to put my eyelets in. There we go. Oh, we got eyelets. Oh, well, I ordered some more, and I think they'll be here tomorrow. God, I hope so. Okay. Get there before I go run out of them tonight. I hope I don't run out of them tonight. That would be bad. I want to film all night because my daughter is at work, and, well, we all know where my husband is. He ain't here. So, alright. Let's ink these guys and put these guys in. Let's get a little more ink on it. Again, distress ink, not the oxide, and black soot. That's what I'm using. And for those of you who are about to ask me, why do you put your ink pads upside down? Because I let gravity do the work. It brings the ink to the surface of the pad. At least that's what I tell myself. That's what it does. It makes sense to me. So leave me alone. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Please don't leave me alone. Nobody should be left. I should not be left alone. Just kidding. Not really. Kind of, sort of. Alright. You're going to go in there. Like that. We need a mini pocket right there for you. So let's see what I got over here. My little dumping ground over here. So over here I have a little box that, you know, when random things just go in that get left on my desk. So I'm going to see what I've got over here that we can use. How about... what we got? I may have to go grab something out of my box. I think I will. Dadgummit. Let's do the 2 trigger cards. What have I got? I've got some stuff. I've got lots of stuff. Let's see here. I'm going to go to my toolbox here. Let's see what we got here. What about some tickets? What do you guys do tickets all the way down, huh? What do you guys think? Tickets? I think so. We'll do tickets. And I have got some tickets right here. Let's do another one. We got one right here. We'll do that one there. And another one that just says ticket on it. No, let's do that. Since we're doing tickets, let's just do this one right here. Yeah? A little too big. A little too big on that one. This one. Here we go. That works. I think this one's a little too big as well. No, it's alright. But do I want a smaller one? I think I kind of do. Just because I don't want it to overtake the rest of the stuff that I have on there. But I kind of like that red going all the way through. If I like that red, I might just do red on this one too. That's too... No. Fidgy widgets. Fidgy widgets. Oh, God. Another freaking cold. Yes, I know. I'm sick again. I'm always sick. You guys know that. It's a little bit darker red. I kind of like this one. We can actually cut the border off and it'll make it smaller, yeah? We'll do that. Okay, we're going to do red all the way down. For shits and giggles. Yes, I said it again. Okay, let's go ahead and sand these guys first. Now, you don't have to get the sanding discs. Again, I always encourage people to use what they have, right? I got these because they were on sale at Hobby Lobby. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. I cannot help it. I was trying to see if I could edit the shaking out, like, you know, they do with the special effects. They kind of make the camera steady itself on the image if it's shaky. So I was trying to see if I could do that, and I haven't been able to figure out a way to do that yet on the clips yet. So if anybody knows a way to steady the camera on the image so you don't have a shaky camera or shaky image, please let me know in the comments. It would be very, very helpful. Okay. Let's do that, and then we're going to sweep up a little bit here. Get the dust off, yes. And since we're sanding, let's go ahead and sand the backs of these file folders. If you're new, why am I so sanding the back? Because this Tim Holtz paper has a little bit of a gloss on it, and we have experienced in this project, after we've glued it down, that it comes up. So, if you sand it a little bit, it gives it a little bit more tooth and a little bit more grab to the surface. So, that's what we're doing. Okay, there, and this one. Now, you don't have to sand it much, just enough to break the surface, yeah? And like I said, give it a little more tooth, right? Some texture, so it'll grab, right? And now we don't have to worry about it coming up. Alrighty, now, okay, we got the eyelets in. We've distressed the journal cards. We got to attach the mini pockets after we distress them, yeah? So let's just take our scissors and run it down the edges here. Actually, this is the one we're going to cut some off because it was a little too big, right? So just cut the border off of here. And then I'll make it slimmer, a little slimmer. And then we'll distress, yeah? So that one will go here, that's much better. And I think we'll do the same thing with this ghost train here. We're going to cut around the real red border here. And make it a little smaller. Just because I want to. Schnitzel, stop it! Okay, let me let her out before she has a panic attack over here. Schnitzel, you go outside. Here, come on. Go outside. Go on. There. Are you happy? Jeez, crazy. That woman, that little cat rules my life, I swear. Okay, anywho. Okay, just distress the edges here with your scissors. And we'll ink that. And then we're going to go over and distress this with some more stamps and stuff later when we're decorating. Just FYI. If you're wondering why I'm not putting any speckle marks on here yet. That's why. We're doing it later. Da, 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 da. Alrighty. Okay. Let me hold these here. Give us a little blow here. There we go. That's better. Alright, what order are we going to do these? That one, this one, this one. And actually, this one in the middle. Yeah? Okay. There we go. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. Okay. So, we'll go ahead and attach this one here. I'm going to loosen this one up like I did the other one. A little bit. Okay. And again, we're going with art glitter glue here, just on the edges, a tiny bead. Doesn't need much because we're not putting a whole lot in there. Da 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 da. All right. I'll press down the bottom and I'm going to push the top corners in just a little bit to give it a little bit of a gap into the entrance. Just so it's not so tight. Is that straight? It's straight enough. Yes, it is. Alright, let's make sure this fits in there. And it does. So I'm going to just press down around it. Okay, that's good. Alright, I'll let that dry. And we'll do the other one here. Oh, we need to put eyelets on those guys too. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, let's loosen this guy up too. And just around the edges. Just a little bit. We don't want to glue it down shut or we can't get our card in, right? Okay. And you're going to go here. You're going to go right there. And right there. Yeah? Let's make sure it's straight-ish. And make sure this fits in there. Yeah? Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to put eyelets in these guys, put everything together, and we are going to attach everything, and then move on to the next bit on the list. Oh, here we go. Just in the corners. Maybe we'll come back and when we're decorating, maybe we can make some mini dangles or something to go on these. What do you think? Yeah? Why not? Why not? As long as they can still close, why not, right? We shall see. We shall see. All right. Now we're going to put this one in here, like so. Put this one in here, like so. Yeah. Straighten that up there. And then this guy is going to go in here, like that. This guy is going to get inked and then go in the bottom one. And I should probably leave these out until after we attach. Probably. Most likely, I will. And inking in the window. Be very careful not to tear your window as you're inking. Aggressive inking is not a good idea here. You will tear your frame. Why do I know this? Because I've done it multiple occasions. Okay. Let's take these out until we glue everything down, right? Alright, we're going to do it like this, get the strings out of the way, and we are going to use art glitter glue. We are not going to do hidden pockets here, just because it's going to get too tight, and I just don't want to. Also, if you guys are new, you may be wondering why I'm not going all the way to the edge with my glue. Well, because I don't want to, number one. The reason is, going to the edge, you glue, if you're gluing and attaching, if you go to the edge and you tighten down the fold, or the element, you leave no room for your pocket to breathe or grow, right? So what you have is a very flat pocket that cannot take any more, right? And you run the risk of tearing the paper underneath it because you got it down too tight. So what I've done is, by coming away from the edge, it still attaches, right? But it gives that edge a little bit of movement and allows your pocket to move up and down. So you don't have that risk of tearing and coming off the page, right? And you can put more stuff in it as well. All right. Sorry, I just shake the camera there. But I need to stand to see if this is straight. Okay, so that's straight, I believe. And this is next. This one's next. And again, about a 1/4 inch to no more than half an inch. I would say a 1/4 inch is plenty. 1/4 inch away from the edge there. And we'll put this one down. Right there. I'm going to let the tab a little bit up on the end or the bottom edge of this folder. Just a little bit. Okay, that looks straight to me. There we go. So it looks like I am putting hidden pockets in there. I just realized that I didn't put glue all the way down the middle. So I guess we are doing hidden pockets tonight. If you're doing hidden pockets, please put something in there to alert the owner that there is a hidden pocket there. I find it annoying that when I find a pocket later on, it's like, if you would have just put a tag or something in there, I would have figured it out. But I guess it's a hidden pocket. It's supposed to be hidden. So I guess it's doing its purpose. I don't know why I'm getting all bent out of shape about it. Because that's me. I get that bent out of shape on a lot of things. Okay. Have a little more wine here. Thank you. And okay, I think we're good. And let's put everybody in, yeah? So this one will go here. This guy will go here. And this guy's going to go here. Let go. Right there. So now that panel's finished. What do you guys think? I think it looks cute. I like it. And we'll cut some of these strings down, I think. I think they're a little too long, but that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, all right, let's get these down a little push. Make sure everything's attached. Sorry for the shaky camera. God, I know it's got to be annoying. You guys getting motion sick yet? Okay, so there's that. What's next on the list? Okay, next on the list. Mini pockets, we did that. Okay. We did that. Grungy part 2. Eyelets and the file folders, we did that. Cut the slides, we did that. And the mini pockets, we did that. Okay, in the front here, we're doing the envelope flip out that we added here. So that's the pull out, right? We're going to add some Grungy Library Pockets, which I already have. So that's good news. So, if you remember, I did a video on my Grungy Library Pockets. So, I have some already made. Like I said, I don't normally do mask making, but I made 6 of these for that video, so I have a couple already done. So here's one we'll put on here. I think that'll be it. I don't think I have a shorter one. Maybe I do. Let me go grab a box. Let's see if I do. I might just cut one down. I can do that too. Or for I could just make one real quick. I've got some blank ones here. So we let this one stick out a little bit. And then we can just cut this one down. Or I can put it like a card catalog card there and make it a pocket. So we did that library card, and then I've got some of these vintage library card catalog cards. Let's see what we got here. Costume of Great Britain, Virginia Kennedy. Does anybody remember these? I do. God, I remember the class. We had to learn the Dewey Decimal System. Oh, Master. How about... we could stack these and do that. Let this be like a side loader here. Like right there. Or I can do a Rolodex card. I've got some old Rolodex cards here too. They're actually shorter than this. Let's see. I'd go into my idea books and see what I got in there. Let me go grab some Rolodex cards. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, and we're back. So I also am doing multiple things at once. I am also right now uploading the next installment of, well, part 12 that you guys haven't seen yet. That I did last night. We're on part 13. Okay, so anyway, hopefully that uploads and I get that up tonight. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. So this is a little bit long. We could do this instead and do like some stack pockets. What do you think? Like that. Yeah, what do you guys think? Yeah, we're gonna do that, I think. I like that. Or, we could, well, like I said, we could just do this one and just shorten it. Or just stack it like that. Like this. And we'll have 2 there. We could use these as the drum cards. Yeah, let's do that. Or these even. It's a library card pocket, right? So why don't we use these cards? Okay, we'll do that. Tim's already got a card. So we'll put these in here just for giggles. So they're out of my way. And we'll leave that where it is. Okay, moving on. I will link the video for these grungy pockets in the description, okay? I'm going to quickly show you how to do it with this one here. So what we're going to do, we're going to attach this one. So what this is basically, it's our basic library pocket made with the green recycled file folders. The journaling card is backed with coffee dye paper, sewn with this large, there's 2 actual clusters here, yeah? And that's just attached to the journaling card. And on the front here, we have a die cut of this netting here that I have, and then another cluster, right? And then eyelets there and there. So we'll just attach that there. So for this one, we're actually going to cut it down, or I just put it behind it, so we don't have to cut it down. And then we'll actually decorate this one to match that one, which is the black soot inking, some speckling. I'll probably get one of these out, and some, what do you call it, clusters, right? So let's do that. Okay, like I said, I will link the video for these that I did in the description below, yeah? And let's get some more ink on this dauber here. Speaking of clusters, I finally put some more clusters up in the store. I was wiped out, you guys. I had one left. So put like 6 more sets in there today. Here's my bad. I never thought about selling the cluster sets until my best friend told me to do it. And she's like, why don't you sell these? These are like really cute. So, hence, the clusters are in the store now. I notice I do mine different than a lot of folks. Mine are, they're not better. They're just different. I don't do the asymmetrical or just pile stuff on top of each other. I just can't. My ADHD won't allow it to do that. I have to have everything at right angles. As you will notice, if you notice here, all my stuff is at right angles to each other, and the edges don't ever like run parallel. They have to be off a little bit. Like right now, this right here is bugging the crap out of me. I don't know why I would have done that. It must have slipped. Oh, it's not attached. That's why. Oh, okay, I can fix that. That was bugging the crap out of me. Like, why is that crooked? So I'll attach that right there. Or is that a pocket? Is that a pocket? Did I leave that open? I did. Look at that. There's a hidden pocket hidden for me. That's a hidden pocket, y'all. I'm not going to put that in there. We're going to leave that just like it is. And I'm going to put like a, a label in there or something. It goes in there like this. This little postcard will work. Sweet. I like that. Cool beans. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. There we go. Cool. I like it. Little hidden pocket right there. Look at that. Cool. Alright, moving on. Alright, so we get the inking here. I'm going to do some more inking because I want it even darker. So I got some scratch paper here. And I'm just going to take my dauber and just run it around the edges here. Get a little more ink on here. Now, when you're doing this, you want to start off the edge of the element and bring your dauber in. Otherwise, you're going to get circles on your element. And you'll have to blend those out. It's a pain in the butt. So just trust me and just start off at the edge, off of the element, and then bring your dauber in. Yeah? And don't worry about if you get too much ink on it. It's fine. You can always take your blending brush. I get those at the Dollar Tree. What's a blending brush? Well, it's one of these. If I had one out. Oh, fidgety widgets. One of these guys. Yeah? And just, if it's a little too dark, just go and take your blending brush over it and see it lightens it up a little bit. Because the way I do this, I pay special attention to the corners. I want it a little bit darker. Kind of bring attention to the middle there. So you'll see that circular motion there in mine when I'm doing inking like this, right? Okie dokie, artichokes. Now, we're going to ink this a little bit more. And I'm not going to put a cluster on this. Am I doing this one or am I doing the Rolodex cards? Did I decide? Let's do this one. I'm doing this. We're just going to ink this and put it in the slot. We are not going to put clusters on this. If the new owner wants to do that, of course, they are more than welcome to do it. I'm also not going to sew this. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I like to leave vintage ephemera as it is. I don't mess with it too much. I want it to be seen. Even if I maybe will decoupage over the back of it, I want it to be known that this was what it was before I messed with it, right? I know some journal makers will completely cover what was on it. Like for like the flashcards, I see a lot of that. I'll cover one side, I won't cover both sides. I want it to be seen as what it was. Okay, so let's grab my cluster box and put some clusters on this baby. Let's see, where my cluster box is. Where is it? I have so many boxes. Here we go. Let's see, this is the one I want. I have 2 boxes, one of the large ones and one for small ones, and I think this is the large one. It is. This is the larger one. So let's go grab the other box that has my smaller cluster in it. That damn dog. Oops, sorry, you guys. Okay. Okie dokie, let's see what we got here that will work. La 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 la. Alrighty then, let's do, what do we got? I want to bring some color, like I did with that other one. I have a lot of my old Halloween ones in here too. That might work. No. No, that one's better. Da 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 da. La la la. Ooh, that's orange. Oh, it's got a little Halloween thing on it, so that doesn't work. So we could double up these two. I do that a lot. I'll have one cluster on top of another one, just to give it a little more oomph. I'll stack them up like that maybe. No, but I'm not going to this time. I want a pocket with some color. Do I need to make more clusters? Oh, here's a blue one. Not that. No, I still like that one better. I like this one too. But it's got that poison on there. I don't want that. Here's some color here, but it's got a 31. Oh, come on. I've got to have something with some color on it that doesn't have flowers on it. Here, no. This one might work. Don't want flowers. That was kind of cute. But we're going grunge, not cute, so no. So that one's winning so far. Ooh, this one's got some color. Ooh, this one might work. I like that. Feel notes there. That's the winner, I believe. That one or this one in blue? Nope, this one. That was easy. Okay, moving on. We got clusters on here now. Cool beans. Oop, you don't need to be here. Da 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 da. Okay. Now, I think I want to use my die cut of that netting again, or we can use some cheesecloth. I've got some black and I've got some grunge color here. So why don't we do something different and not do the same element on here, and we'll do this grungy cheesecloth here. I made this with black soot distress spray and the green mica spray. It's got, what is it called? Let me see, I got it over here. Give me 1 second and I'll show it to you. If I can find it. If I can find it. I went like crazy. I bought a whole bunch of those sprays. And now I have to go. Ah, here we go. So I did it with Wicked Elixir, this green here, and the black soot distress spray. So I sprayed both of those colors on it, and it came out with a camo, like a green grungy color. After I kind of squished it up together. See? Which is awesome. So give that a try. If you can. So I'm just going to cut some off and just put it down here at the bottom. Right here. And then I'll glue the cluster on top. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. We're going to do this. Cut some of it off. And we'll attach it here with some Fabri-Tac. Yeah? Oh, it's got a little grunge on it. It's a little bit of glue everywhere. Grab my little handy dandy sanding wipes. Clean that up real quick. Okay. Moving on. Alright, so get this out of here so I don't get any glue on it. I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on here and then kind of spread it out a little bit. You don't want it all gloopy, whatever. I said I was going to spread it out and I totally didn't. Ugh. So that happens when I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Alright, so now I'm going to take my glue bottle here and I'm actually going to have to roll it out. Because it's going to get all gloopy and my fingers are stuck on it. How do we use this? I'm going to use my glue stick. I'm going to just roll it out so it kind of attaches there. And stay down. See, this is what happens when you don't roll out your glue. It gets all gloopy and it won't stay down. Right? So now I'm going to attach this. Get this to stay down in here. Ugh. There, stay right there. All right, we're gonna put this here. Spread this out a little bit. Right here. We're gonna put this underneath that other one, right? So we'll put this one in first, okay? All right, let me spread out some of this cheesecloth a little bit more. Okay, now we're gonna add this one. I want to get some. I'm gonna turn on my glue gun. I don't want to use any more of that other glue or the Fabri-Tac for this. Come on, turn on. Alright, that's warming up. So that's warming up. We'll go ahead and add this here. Be careful because we have a pocket here as well. So if you're doing what I'm doing, don't cover the entrance, right? So be careful with that. Alright, so we have that. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of a break while my glue gun heats up and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, we're back. My glue gun is heated up, so now we can attach this stuff. I wanted to do it with the glue gun just because it's a little faster, and that glue gun, that fabric tape is just a little goopy sometimes, and I'm not in the mood for gloopy, you know? I'm just not. So we're going to put this on here like so. Like that. Make sure that's nice and straight. Attached really well. I think it is. I'm going to put this down here. Like so. And I'm not going to do hidden pockets. We're just going to go around the edges here. Like this. And then just kind of up the middle. And then attach. Ouch. Hot. Glue. Okay. That's going to go right there. Okay. This will go in over here like so. We're going to put a little more ink right there on this corner right there. Okay. Actually, I want to put some stamping on. I don't think I have to. It's going to be, no, it's not. So I'm going to put a little bit of speckling right here on this top part. So it's going to show. So I want it to be grungy. So we're just going to do that. A little bit there. A little here and there. There we go. That is plenty. Alright. And now we're going to attach this guy. Come on. Okay. Cobwebs. Alright, we're going to attach this one right here. Right there. Yeah? That's straight. I hope it is. Okay. That was down. And then this is going to go in here. Like that. And voila, we are done with this one. This page, or this panel. Yeah? What do you think? I think it looks fine. Turn this off. Put that over there. Got my stuff over here. Where's my pen? Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I started another project last night, and I know I'm like, you guys are probably like, why? You got other ones you haven't finished yet. I know that, but I couldn't help it. So I started this style. If you notice, it's got this kind of binding here. It's got one here in the middle, and then one on each side, right? So we have all these panels in the inside, kind of a book of folios, but not. And I would have had to put the washi tape that I make myself inside to reinforce these the folds here. So I think I'm gonna do another travel one. I'm not sure yet, but I started this one, and I'm like, I can't help it. When I get an idea, I got to roll with it. I have to deal with it. So I've got how many projects undone? 1, 2, 3. Is it 3 or 4? 4. Because I'm working on a shabby one too. Shabby? What? Yes, I know. I don't do shabby. Well, I haven't done shabby in probably a year and a half, but I used to do shabby, and I wanted to get give it a go again. Okay, you'll see that one soon. We're gonna do some stuff with that. Okay, so we got 2 pockets here, a pocket here, and a pocket right here. Yeah? Okay, on the other side, see how we're doing on time. We can keep going a little bit longer. Okay, so on the back, we're going to do mini accordion pockets with the windows. I'm going to add a magnet to keep it down, right? So, I think I have some of those already cut. So let me see. I've got any that'll match this theme here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. I'm looking. Slides, tickets, and here we go. Let's see what we got here. These are already pre-cut, so I might have some grungy ones in here that'll work. So we'll put 3 in here. 1, I think 3 will fit. 2 and 3. Will 3 fit? Yeah, 3 will fit. Okay, so that's definitely one. We can use that. And no, nope. Okay, we're gonna have to cut some more. Those are not gonna work. What I want. They are not gonna work. So let's grab our die cut machine again and cut some more of these. So for those of you who don't know, these are really cool pockets. They are kind of accordion style. I got the die off Temu, and well, what's that do with those dies? Here we go. And I just love this little pocket. I think it's as cute as a button. It's this one right here. And we're going to cut a window in the front part as well. So let me grab a couple things. So first we're going to cut out 2 more, and then we'll put the windows in it. So we're going to grab some scraps and pick the paper, right? What do we got for scraps over here? I've got eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch your redneck by the time. Okay, how about this? What color scheme we got going on here? Over there. So we got that, right? So we're going to use this one already. Yes. Then this one. Yeah, for sure. And then, what else? Let's do something else with a little green and red to it, yeah? How about... Here's a scrap piece. How about... I want to scrap, y'all. Ooh, this one will go. This one. That's it. That's the one. Okay, so... We got one already. We're going to cut 2 more. And then put some windows in these as well, yeah? Alrighty. This is my big shot. It's a fold away. What's a fold away? Well, fold away just means that this handle will fold down this way, and these 2 sides actually fold up for better storage. But it does store in a smaller space, but I use it so often I don't put it away that much. So I just keep it out. Alright, so I'm going to grab my die, put that right here. Now, advice on dies. If you want to keep your die from bending, put it in horizontally. If you put it in this way, the roller will start to bend and make your die do this little number after a while. And you get a better, cleaner cut with some of the dies. If you have trouble with your dies cutting, try just rotating it 90 degrees. You might have better luck that way. Just a suggestion. Just a suggestion. Alright, go on. Get in there. Come on. No, it's upside down. Come on. Let's go. Here we go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Okay, there's 1. Now be careful rolling it back through, because if your die is shifted in the first run, it may shift coming back and you'll get an uneven cut. So normally I don't do what I just did. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't roll it back unless you've taped it down, is what I'm saying. I'm just being very, very, not... Okay, we're going to have to do this one this way this time. So it'll fit on the paper. Okay. I'm being a little reckless right now, but that's just me, y'all. Because I hate this holiday. I'm rebelling against Valentine's Day. I want to do what I want. By myself. Alright. That one cut pretty good. Alright. So there are 3 accordion mini pockets there. Actually, I think I'm going to keep this one in this little pocket for... Because I like using it so often that it's easier to just get to it that way. Okay, anywho. Alright, so let's put this away, roll this back up, bend that down, and put it underneath the table. Alright, moving on. Out my back. Oh, God. That sucked. Oh, damn it. If you guys don't know, I was in a car wreck about a month and a half ago, and it really screwed me up, so... Anywho, oh, God, that sucks. Alright, we're going to put some windows in it. Do we want to put circles, or do we want to put squares? What do you guys think? Circles or squares? Circles or squares? I think the squares are going to be too big for this. Yeah, too big. And I think the 2-inch is also going to be too big here. Potato dog. This is a little bit too big. Let's go with one size down to the 1.5. What do you guys think? Let's go to the 1.5 inch. That'd be better. Okay, 1.5 inch. So what I'm going to do is just slide this in, center it as best I can, and then cut out a hole. Cut out a little window. Yeah? That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Hardest part is getting this centered. Which sometimes I really screw it up. But, let's see. Tra-la! Alright, this one I'm going to actually bend these so I can see where the edges are. Okay. And again, centering as best as you can. Don't beat yourself up about it. Like I do. And we're going to squeeze. How'd I do? Yay! 2 in a row. Get out of there. Thank you. This one too, I'm going to bend it full so I can see where the ends are. Alright, and here we go. It's third time a charm. Let's find out. Alright, do we feel centered? No, we don't. I don't know. Oh, God, just do it. Go with it. Whoa, look at that. I think I'm pretty good. Pretty close to centered. Alright, I keep these circles because I make little dangles out of them and whatnots. You don't have to. I'm not one that's going to tell you, save all your scraps. I don't. I just went and purged a whole bunch of them. I don't have the space to do that. If you got the space to save all your scraps, by all means, save your friggin' scraps. But I'm not going to tell you to save them all. I think I need some more wine. I'm going to have another sip of my wine over here. I hope you're not offended. And you. There we go. Little Pinot Grigio. We're going to ink these up, yeah? Then we're going to fold them at the score lines there, where the die made them. Should we do some sewing on it? What do you guys think? We can. Do a little bit of stitching. Once we put the acetate in. Make sure you ink the inside of your window. If you put a window, you do not have to. You guys, you also do not have to sew if you don't want to. Don't sew if you don't want to. Please. Do what you want to do. You do you. As Mr. Tim Holtz would say, you do you. I ain't your mama. As Nick the Booksmith would say, I ain't your mama. Do you. Do what you want to do. Okay. I'm going to ink this here. Ink this here. And the inside of the window as well. Blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 da. Okay, and then we'll do the bottom here. Okay, let's put another one down, and this one here. Schnitzel, what are you doing now? Crazy kitty. Alrighty, and we'll do the window inside here, and then we'll be done with the inking on these pieces. So I think we'll put these in, and if I look at the time, I think we'll call it a night with this one. Let's see, where are we at? We are at about close to time. So we'll do these windows, and then we'll call it a night. We've done 3 panels tonight. Acetate. We need acetate. Where is my acetate box? It is. I'm going to grab some scraps for my acetate box here. And let's see. What have we got? Alright, so we don't need to do another whole page, so I'm just going to grab some scraps that I have. I'm sure these will be fine. And if you missed it, I made these with sheet of acetate and the alcohol inks from Ranger. So this is what I was thinking. That'll work for that one. So that works. How about this one for over here? I do that one for there. Sure. How about this one here? Actually, that right there might work. And it does, but I want a little more darkening. There we go. Alright, easy peasy lemon squeezy. That was easy. Okay, now, all we're going to do is cut these to size and decide whether or not we're going to stitch, and then glue them in, and then make the decision about stitching, yeah? Okay, so we're going to cut off a little bit at the top here. Perfect. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, art glitter. Just a thin bead. You don't need much, so be careful, okay? Because you don't want it to seep out into the window. You don't need much. It'll attach. It'll stay put. Trust me on this. Just a thin bead on the edges there. There we go. And here we go. Down we go, right there. Put Just up a little bit. Come on. Get up there. There we go. Stay put. Okay. Alright, make sure none of your folds are impeded by the acetate there. Make sure you give plenty of room. And just push down on the glue away from the window opening. And then there we go. All done. No more ink on this thing here. So are we going to stitch? I think we might. Might as well. Why not? Why not, guys? Why not? Alright, for this one we're going to definitely cut it. It's a little too high and a little too wide. So let's just cut off about 1/8 of an inch there. Still a little, well, it's alright as far as the height goes. That works. And then the width, we're going to cut it right here. Is that good? Still a little wide. Cut off about 1/8 of an inch there. And then put it down. Let's see what we got here. I like that one. I think I'm going to do it this way, though. A little more grunge movement there. Yeah. Okay. Attach this one here as well. That was weird. Okay. Be careful at the top. You don't want it to come down too far or go up too high. You don't have much room in that area up there. All right. This one's done now. Okay. And there we go with that one. And finally, this one here. Let's see, where do we want to position this? Let me do these folds real quick so I can see exactly how much room I'm working with here. Alright, let's check this out. What do we want? I want that, I think. Like that. Yep, I like that. Okay, cool beans. So let's cut off here. A little more. A little more. There we go. Alright. I want that positioned right there, so I'm going to cut some off the bottom as well. Perfect. There we go. Alright, that'll work. That'll work. I don't know if it's perfect, but I like it. There we go. Alrighty. Now let's just put some glue on here. And attach this one. Yeah? Potato night. Da 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 da. Alright, like I said, be careful with that top edge there. We don't have a lot of room there. We do not have a lot of room for any kind of forgiveness there. Alright. Let's just push that down. Make sure to push the glue away from the opening. You don't want that going in there because it's a pain in the butt to clean off. Trust me on this one. Alright. And now we've got this one. Alright, let's do some tidying up here. Okay, more scraps away. Alrighty. Now, let's do a little stitching. Why not? Let's just do it. We'll do all the way around with a zigzag and a straight stitch, yeah? Alright, I'm going to do that. I'll be right back, y'all. Alright, you guys, and we're back. Did a little stitching. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay, good. Did a little stitching down here, and we're going to attach these pockets, and we're going to call this a night. Yeah? Attach to the back of this flap that we added here. This envelope flap. 1, 2, where's the other one? 3, right underneath there. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to fold to the score marks here, and then just give it a little bit of a nudge with the, I guess I'll use this. I don't know where my other tool went that I normally use. That's irritating. And also, if you don't want to leave the strings on after you stitch, if you stitch, you don't have to. I just like that look. So here's where the accordion part comes in here. Just folds back and forth like that. And I'm going to ink this a little more here. And now we have a little accordion pocket. Yeah? So we go in, out, and back in. And I have a video where I showed you guys how to make these by hand. So hopefully I can remember to put that in the description below also. If I don't, remind me in the comments. And I'll make sure to get that up there. Okay. Move the strings. Put that one here. I think we'll do this one there. I'm gonna put the light one in the middle, yeah? Like that? Yeah. I like that idea. Okay, get in. And then out. Back in. And then we ink, yeah? Okay, and again, rinse and repeat. In. And then out. And then back in again. Need a little more ink here. Alrighty then. Alright. There, got this one down here. And now this one here. In and out. And back in again. In, back, and then in again. And there we go. Alrighty. And I'm going to leave my strings just the way they are, because I want to. Alright. Now, do I want to put any hardware on here? I might. We can put 2 eyelets on either side of these. Why not? Let's do it. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Totally doing it. Alright, so let's do that, and then we'll attach them. How about that? Yeah? And I'm going to leave the strings on it. Neater, neater, neater. Doing it, totally doing it. Alright, we're going to put one on this side. Do I want to do 2 or 1? I will do 2, screw it. Why not? Why not? Who's meowing? Alright, let's see what it looks like with 2 in it. I think I'm going to need to put some food in their bowl. Somebody's whining over there. Gotta make sure my kitties have food. My goodness. They haven't eaten in a whole hour. Their life is so hard. Okay. Let me put 2 on here with the strings. Do I want to put them this way or do I want to put them this way? Nope, definitely this way. Because if I put them that way, who knows anything that's in those pockets falling out. This way, they may have a chance of staying in. Yeah? And I think I like the eyelets. What do you guys think? Yeah, I do. I should put one there too. Ugh. I hate when I forget to put hardware in. Because it's amazing what a difference that the little bitty element makes on an element. Ugh. I'm addicted to eyelets. I'm addicted to eyelets. If you haven't noticed. I put them on everything. Everything needs to have an eyelet. Get in there. Come on. Now I'm rushing. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to rush. Just want to get this part done. We got a lot accomplished tonight, though. We did file folders. We finished the file folders. We did the library pocket panel. And then now we did these. Granted, some of it was already made, but still, we got a lot done. Alright, that one goes there. And then one last one here. And dink. And one right there. Yeah. Well, I'm running out of eyelets, so I'm going to have to stop anyway. I can't not put eyelets on stuff. But I am going to keep filming. I'm going to try to film ahead. But I do have to do some work tonight. My day job work. Okie dokie, artichokes. Let's put these in. Alright. So we're going to do art glitter glue here. And I need to sand this because this is that Tim Holtz glossy paper. I'm going to make sure that sticks good, yeah? So these 2 are backdrops and they stick just fine. They don't have that glossy film on it. But this does. I don't know why they did that. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. Here we go. And this one I'm going to go edge to edge because it hits the accordion file, so it doesn't need any more help. So I'll make sure that this is flat and tight, this flap, right? Edge to edge with the glue. Alrighty. Just grab these edges here and watch the strings. And try to center that as best we can. I'm going to stand for this. Let's see. Ow, my back. Oh, God. Alright, I think that's a good position for it right there. Just going to hold it for a second while it catches. Hopefully it did catch. I'm going to do this, so just for giggles. Put my little corner muncher right there. Okay. Make sure these have a nice crease on them so they do well. Okay, and again, we're going to go edge to edge on this flap with the glue. It's holding most of the load, so we want to make sure that it gets a good grip. And it's already got plenty of room with those accordion folds there, right? So we don't need to give it any help. It's got plenty of room. Okay. This one is going down next, right here. Let's put it right about, right about there, I think is good. Okay. I think that one's down just fine. Lined up even. Almost. Almost. Alright, let's give that one a nice push down. A little smush. And put that right there. Alright, next and definitely not least, our last one here. My fingers are so dirty with the ink. I've also been crafting all day. I bought a bunch of new digitals that I was playing with and doing all the fussy cutting today with it. I did discover that I will not buy tags again for digitals. They're too tiny. I like big tags. So yeah. And I don't like, I couldn't figure out how to make them bigger. I can make them smaller, but I can't figure out how to make them bigger. So I just make my own tags. Cute papers though. Really cute papers. That's some good, some really cool grungy elements too. But I'll show you guys what I got in another video. If you guys want to see that. If you guys don't care, then I won't do it. But let me know in the comments if you guys want to see when I buy stuff and what I think of them after testing it. I thought about doing it like a section or like a segment basically called, testing out products for you guys, letting you know what I think of them. From digitals to products to whatever. I'm not affiliated with anybody or sponsored by anyone. But not just how they work, but cost and whatever. Just with my personal opinion, right? So I may be doing that. Let me know if you want me to do that, or if you would like to see something like that. Just let me know. Alrighty, we're gonna call it a night. So you did these guys here, right? We're gonna put some journaling cards in there, or maybe the small tags at the bottom. The library card pockets there, and then we did these guys over here. Yeah. All right, we're gonna call it a night tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is part 13 of Recreate the Grungy Folio, and I will see you guys in part 14. Part 14, we're gonna work on this flap. I've already done it over here, right here. So we're working on this over here. Okay? I'll see you guys then. Talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.